How you doing, sir?
All right.
Looking for John.
Me.
John? I'm Dan. We work with the Dunn County Sheriff's Office.
These deputies have just arrived at the home of 84-year-old John Miller. They believe that he is responsible for murdering Mary Kathleen Schlaze 50 years ago on this rural Wisconsin road.
So your DNA was found at the scene of the crime?
Right.
Correct.
You got me curious now.
Okay.
You know, when you walked in the door today, I knew right away what it was going to be about.
Now, half a century later, John has no idea that his past has caught up, and he will do anything to escape it one final time.
John, I don't believe you.
I don't care if you believe me or not.
John, I can tell you right now that that's not the full truth.
And if you know, I got lucky, but luck runs out.
On February 15th, 1974, on a cold winter day in Dunn County, Wisconsin, a man was driving down the road near the intersection of 408th Avenue and 990th Street when he noticed a car stopped on the side. As he looked over, he saw a man pull something out of the car, throw it into a snowbank, and speed away from the scene. Sensing that something was wrong, the witness immediately called local authorities to report what he had just seen. Within minutes, the police arrived, only to find the body of young Mary Schlaze. Law enforcement investigated the best they could and managed to figure out that Mary was an artist and a hitchhiker wanting to make her way out of the state. She was stabbed several times, and her body was half pushed into the snowbank. Only the tire marks of a 72 AMC Gremlin on the icy roads and a stocking cap on the crime scene were left behind, which would have been an important lead. But with the technology at the time, there wasn't anything much the police could do with the DNA inside the cap. The only other thing they could get from the witness was the car model, but since he didn't seem to recall much, the model and color he gave to the police turned out to be wrong, and that tiny oversight led to the murderer evading arrest ever since. And it would stay that way for nearly half a century. 50 years after Mary's untimely death, in 2024, science and technology had evolved, and the case had thawed and come back to life. From the stocking cap, hair was recovered, and using genetic genealogy, researchers were able to construct a DNA profile which most closely matched one person, John Miller. Following the half-century-old lead, they arrived at his apartment on November 7, 2024. The only problem was, John was now 84 years old, and he could barely speak without straining his lungs. And as he opened the door, he had no clue that his past had caught up.
How you doing, sir?
All right.
Looking for John.
Me.
John? I'm Dan. Good to meet you. This is my partner, Jason. We work with the Dunn County Sheriff's Office, and we were hoping to maybe sit down with you in your home or wherever you're comfortable and have a conversation.
Come on.
All right, thank you. Nothing like getting bothered on a nice day, huh? Yeah, I guess wherever. You want me to sit here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Want me to sit here? Sure.
John, by the looks of it, appears to be a pretty jovial guy, letting the investigators sit down for a simple chat. But if you've watched enough of these cases, you already know there's no such thing as a simple chat when detectives are sitting across from you. And if you love watching killers like John get caught decades later, subscribe so we can keep bringing you more.
So like I said, my name is Dan. Just call me Dan. This is Jason. He's my partner in this case that we're working on. So I think that you might be able to help me out. It's been a long road to get here, but I kind of want to start off by talking about your family. Probably family that you don't know, I'll be honest with you, John, because it goes pretty far back. I'm going to pull out a little sheet here. Do you know, I know you were adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who were you adopted by?
Merle Miller and Grace Miller.
And Grace Miller?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you adopted as an infant?
Yeah.
John being adopted was a huge problem, even in the reopened case. Adoption breaks the trail because a person's biological DNA no longer matches their legal name and records, and that's exactly what investigators had to face in John's case. But luckily, by tracing his biological relatives, they eventually located John's daughter and tested her genetic profile, which confirmed that the DNA inside the cap belonged to her biological father. And now, with officers sitting across from him, they have to know, did this old man actually kill Mary? And if not, how did his cap end up at the crime scene?
So you were raised up until graduation in Austin?
Yeah,
So did you graduate from high school
57.
in 57?
Yeah,
Okay.
57 or 58. I got in trouble, and when I got out of the jail, they told me I could take my senior class, but I couldn't graduate with the class.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't get my school diploma,
Oh, okay.
and took it in 3 months, the whole year.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's a good accomplishment.
Yeah,
What'd you get in trouble for?
writing checks.
Oh, written checks? Like
Yeah.
a forgery type of thing? Or
Yeah. I needed to buy my girlfriend a Christmas present.
Who was your girlfriend?
At the time, I don't know right now. I couldn't remember.
That was a high school girlfriend?
Yeah, from Lansing, Minnesota.
Yeah. Oh, that's a long way.
Ruthie was her name.
Okay. So what did you end up doing after high school?
Carnival.
Carnival?
Yeah, I worked Carnival for 20 years.
Oh, okay. Where were you based out of? Like, did you have a home base?
Iowa. I think they were from Iowa.
Company based out of Iowa? So did you stay living around Austin or did you move?
Moved
Where'd you move?
with the Carnival for 20 years. So basically that. But when I wasn't working, I would go from friend to friend, on the couch. Live on the couch for a
Sure.
while.
Hard to have a place to stay all the time that you're paying for if you're always running around.
Yeah,
That reminded me of something, John. If at any point you don't want to talk to me because I'm law enforcement, just let me know, and I'll leave your home. I mean, I appreciate you letting us come in and have a conversation with you, but if for any reason you need to leave, you need to go somewhere, you'd rather not talk, you just tell me.
Yeah.
Fair enough? Okay. So what states did you work in the Carnival?
Mostly Iowa.
Mostly Iowa?
Yeah.
Did you ever work like Minnesota, Wisconsin?
Boy. I don't think we worked Minnesota. This is Iowa. Wisconsin, I don't know. I don't think we ever been in Wisconsin either.
No. I think if I'm remembering correctly from that one tree, that was 74-ish, 1974 for Tina. I think does that jog your memory? 1974. I think that was the year she was born.
Possible. Yeah.
Okay. Did you and Ruth own a car?
72 Gremlin.
72 Gremlin. Jeez, I don't even know if I could pick that out. I've seen one. What color was that thing?
Blue.
Blue, huh?
Yeah. Baby blue and had a gold stripe on the side.
Really? Huh. That'd be a vintage car now.
Yeah. It's over 50 years old.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. It'd be 52 years old.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you ever do, that was the only vehicle that you guys had together?
Yeah.
So when you quit the restaurant, what would you do in your spare time? Fish?
Yeah.
In his prime, John had been a jack of all trades. Over the years, he had worked as a cook, a kitchen worker, a truck driver, and even a pathologist assistant. He talks about his ex-wife and his daughter, both of whom the cops had already met and spoken with. Clearly, John's lived a colorful life. Now, Detective Dan is just trying to find out if that life was anywhere near the scene of the crime 50 years ago.
So, to get to that point, John, the case that we're looking at, there's DNA, and obviously it's from many years ago. And when I started looking at this case, I started working with the DNA because we got new technology, and we do what's called ancestry. It's investigative genetic genealogy, which takes a DNA sample from whatever scene we might be working on and helps us build a family tree. And the units of measurement eventually help us find who might have contributed DNA to a scene. Does that make sense?
I guess.
Okay. So what led us here is a homicide. Okay?
Okay.
It's been a long road to get here, and I'm very glad that you're talking with me. But at the scene of this homicide, there was evidence that was collected, and subsequently, when I picked up the case, because of the advancement of technology, we were able to start figuring out where that DNA came from. Okay? DNA is non-escapable. You can't escape it. It is what it is. It is whoever it belongs to. So your DNA was found at the scene of the crime.
Mine.
Correct. And obviously there's been an investigation going on since this happened, and a lot of evidence besides the DNA was pointing to you, and the DNA was kind of the last part of it. So when I sit down and talk with somebody like this, I do it not to accuse somebody of anything. I know what I know, but I also want to hear the side of it from the person that owns that DNA, because there's always two sides to a story. Always. Whether it's hardship, a mistake, an accident. I've seen all of them. Every single one of them.
You got me curious now.
Okay. So we responded to a scene, we being law enforcement, I wasn't even alive yet, in 1974. A woman was murdered and left on the side of the road. There was a vehicle description. There was a description of the male, among other things, and then now the DNA. And that's why we're here.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. So there's still some things that we're going to be working on, but you have to tell me why your DNA was on the scene of this homicide.
I really don't know what to say.
John, I need you to think about what your answer is going to be here, because I only have one opportunity that I can give you. But the girl went missing from Minneapolis and was found an hour and 45 minutes after she was last seen. And I'm not going to give you any more details about this, but the fact of the matter is the family needs rest. Your DNA was on the scene, and it's time for you to talk about what happened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So how do you think your DNA would have gotten on the scene of a crime like that?
I can't answer that.
Well, John, you got to help me understand
I know
how it got.
I have no idea what you mean, what you're talking about. My DNA, somewhere.
Yeah, your DNA was on the scene of a murder next to the dead woman. And that's what's led us here over the years. And we're finally here. Because I want to hear your side of things.
I have no idea what you mean. This must be one of them things that I watch on TV called a cold case.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It is.
I can't help you out. I don't know what to say.
It's almost as if John realizes he's too old to be hiding behind lies, because just a few seconds later, he blurts out the secret he's managed to keep hidden all these years.
All right, I did. I put him in a snowbank. Is that enough? It was an accident.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I had a fishing knife, a skinning knife in my visor. I asked the lady if she'd give me a.
mm-hmm.
She said no, and she bent over. And I reached up, grabbed the knife, and just hit her once. And I can't believe it, she's dead. So I drove off the area. I went up and I put her in a snowbank.
Okay.
And there was a car that come up behind me. And I figured, well, I'm caught, so I left. But in the paper the next day, it gave an entirely different color to the car and everything, so I figured, whoop job. But that's what happened.
Okay.
And I don't think I'll be here for supper.
Well, I'm glad that you're opening up to me because it's helpful, and I'm glad that you want to get it off your chest. You know, I want to talk to you more in detail about this. Is that something you're willing to continue talking to me about?
There's not much more to talk about.
Well, John, what I want to do is, at this point, I want to read you your Miranda rights. Okay? I just want to make sure that you still understand, just as before, you have no reason you need to talk to me, but I want to keep having this man-to-man conversation with you, and I do appreciate it. I'm going to put this right here, John. Just, you're hard to hear. I'm going deaf, so, and you got probably better hearing than I do, but I need it a little closer. So, John, it says you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before questioning and to have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you at public expense before or during any questioning if you so wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop the questioning and remain silent at any time you wish, and the right to ask for and have a lawyer at any time you wish, including during the questioning. John, do you understand each of these rights?
Yes, I do.
Realizing that you have these rights, are you now willing to answer questions or make a statement?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to put you in handcuffs or anything like that. I just appreciate sitting here and talking to you, but I do want to go over some details. Okay? What vehicle were you driving when you picked this gal up?
I think it was the Gremlin.
The Gremlin?
Yeah, the 72 Gremlin.
Do you know her name?
No.
Where did you pick her up?
She was hitchhiking.
She was hitchhiking?
Yeah.
How do you know she was hitchhiking?
Well, I saw her.
Well, I mean, did she have anything in her hands? Was she carrying anything, walking?
No, she just,
Putting her thumb out?
yeah,
Where was she hitchhiking?
I don't know.
I mean, like the general area where you picked her up, I mean.
I don't remember that either. No, I don't remember where I was at. And a long time ago.
So did you just pull up alongside of her?
Yep.
And what was the conversation or the exchange?
I pulled up beside her. I reached over and opened the door. Said, "You need a ride?" She got in. I was sitting driving. I asked her if she would give me, and she said no. She bent over in the seat. I reached up and grabbed that fish knife, and boom, that was it.
Do you know whereabouts you were when you hit her?
No.
You said she bent over the fishing knife?
In the front seat, she leaned over like this.
Okay, so what did you hit her with? What part of the knife?
Oh, I reached up and it was in the visor on the passenger side.
Okay.
I grabbed the knife. I just went boom, like that. And it was instant
Where did you hit her?
in the back.
With the blade or with
The blade,
the blade? So did you see the blade penetrate her body?
well, yeah, but not very far. That's why I couldn't figure out, wow, she's dead. I threw the knife away a long time ago.
So what happened after you did that and you realized she was dead?
I put her in the snowbank.
So what made you drive all the way to Dunn County?
No, I got off the highway, got off the freeway, and found like an off-road, a dirt road or whatever.
Okay.
And that's when I decided to put her in the snowbank. And a car drove up behind me. I figured I was caught. Then when I read in the newspaper the next day, everything didn't jive. So I figured I got away. I figured I got away with it, but I always thought about it a lot.
Yeah. Weighed heavy on your mind?
Yeah, every once in a while I'd come back.
Well, John, I know that it's probably hard sitting and talking with me, but I think it's a good representation of how heavy it was on your mind, because it is going to help the family heal, at this point. What did you do in the days following?
Just kept on going, I guess. I don't remember.
Okay. Because we're having an effective conversation, you and I, John, she had more things than one. And I want you to really think hard so you can really show me a picture of what happened that day. It could have been panic, after the initial, like you say. I don't know. That's why I'm here, and I want to hear it from you.
Like I said, when I found out realized she was dead, I found an off-road, went out, and put her in a snowbank.
John, did you more than once while you were still in the car?
One time. Just once. In the back. And
John, that's not true.
it is true. That's what I remember. I had one time in the back, and oh man. If I did, I do not remember. I remember one time
part of us following up with this means difficult questions, difficult situations. John, did you have her?
no.
So there would be no reason why you would be on the crime scene.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, the black. So you said you got off of a highway and then you found a side road, and that's what led you to, thank you, what led you to that area?
Yeah.
Have you ever been there before?
No.
After that alarmingly dismissive confession, what the cops need now are the details that can solidify the case against him. Keep in mind, this is a case that's been cold since before these officers were even born. Because of that, the only person who can really verify any details about the case is the killer himself.
Yeah, I want you to take a look at this map. So this is the highway, and this is where the body was found. Do you recognize that one at all? And here's a closer one.
I can't see very good, but
Do you have glasses you want me or my partner to get?
I don't have any. I need some cheaters.
Okay, look at this one. It's a little bigger for you. That's where the body was found.
I guess, I don't know.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
You said you do have cheaters or no?
He needs them.
You do have cheaters here or no?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
John, who do you think this looks like?
Got no idea.
I'm going to show you this picture here, John. And tell me what you're looking at.
That my stocking cap.
That's your stocking cap?
Looks like it. Looks like one I had.
Did you wonder if you dropped it there? Did you know you dropped it there?
I don't even remember losing it, to be truthful.
Okay. John, I'm going to give you a pen. I'm going to have you sign your name on there, just so I always remember that you told me that was your hat. It just helps protect us both. Have you remembered any details about more specifically what happened, John? Because there's details that aren't being talked about that I think, one, when you talk about them, it's going to help you. And you can put this to rest finally and be done with it. It's been long enough, John.
Yeah, what I remembered, I picked the girl up. I asked, she bent over in the front seat, and I grabbed the knife one time. I realized she was dead. I got off the road. I found an on-road up in someplace, and I put her in the snowbank. And I was doing that, a car pulled up behind me. I figured, oh. And in the newspaper the next day, they described the car totally different. And whatever, I figured, oh, I got lucky. And that's the way it's been ever since. Occasionally I think of what happened, but I try to push it away. That's about all I got to say.
So I want to ask you again, did you ever have her, John?
No, I did not. That I know. If I did, I do not remember. I remember just what I did.
And your final statement about her is you're telling me that when you her and you went to that spot in the country, she was dead when you pulled her out of the car?
Yeah.
Do you remember how long it was after you picked her up?
No, I don't. And I just drove home, threw the knife out the window in the slough, and that was it.
Do you remember whereabouts, what slough you're talking about that you threw him?
Oh, I could show you if I remember.
At this point, John has let the cat out of the bag, but one thing's still not adding up. Mary's autopsy revealed that her death resulted from a violent struggle. So are his words of attacking her only once really the truth?
John, I've investigated a lot of cases, and I know that if you're back, you react to that.
Yeah, but she didn't. It was just that just instant. Well, I remember in the back, and that was it. I found her off-road and buried her in a snowbank.
Was anybody else with you?
No, just myself.
John, why did you do that?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know. Maybe because when she said no, I figured I'm in trouble. I better get rid of it. Who knows? Only me. You know, when you walked in the door today,
Yeah.
I knew right away what it was going to be about.
Did you?
Yeah.
What made you want to sit and talk to me about it?
Feel better.
Feel better?
Yeah.
It's been a lot of years, John. It's been probably weighing on you.
Yeah. About 100 pounds worth.
Have you ever done this to anybody else?
No.
What do you think should happen to you at this point in your life for doing something like this?
Well, I go to court and get sentenced and locked up.
How does that make you feel?
Stupid. Yeah.
Have you ever looked back, looked up the case or anything like that since then?
No. No. I just try to shut it out.
Did you ever tell anybody about this?
No.
Can you think of any more details, John, that you want to tell me before I start asking you any other questions?
No. I can't think of anything except what I said.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you at least talking about this, John. I'm going to want to talk to you again. You know, not that I'm leaving right now, but eventually I'll have more questions. And then I hope that once you take a breath away from this situation, that you'll be able to recall more details. Because I want to believe that you're being as truthful as possible with me. Because when I talk with the prosecutor about this, John, I want to be able to tell them that you were being completely honest with me. And I know sometimes details are hard to remember. And I know sometimes that you don't want to remember them, but they're there.
You don't recall anything about where she was going or what she was going to go do?
No.
You remember where or how long after the fact you cleaned it up?
Very quickly. I remember telling them that I had a skiing accident, ripped my pants, had to get new ones. Maybe that's why there was blood in the car, I don't know.
You told people that's why there was blood in the car?
What's that?
You told people that's why there was blood in the car from a skiing accident?
Yeah.
So did someone see blood in the car?
I wouldn't rip my pants to make it look like I had a skiing accident.
Right.
That's where I told them the blood came from.
Blood on your pants or blood in the car?
Pants. I had a big scratch. And I told him I had to buy new Levi's because of the skiing accident.
And is the road where her body was dumped is a dead-end road.
Yeah, it was.
So how did you get turned around is what I'm getting at. Did you do that before or after?
I don't know. I know I got there, dumped her in the snowbank, and left.
You remember how you got her in the snowbank?
Yeah, I took her out of the front seat and pushed her in the snowbank and covered her up. When the car come up behind me, and I figured, uh-oh, and I left.
Remember how you grabbed her?
No.
What made you realize that she was dead?
Right away.
How did you know that, though? What about her?
Oh, I was a pathologist assistant.
You were what?
I used to be a pathologist assistant,
Okay.
and I worked surgery. So I know life and death.
By this point, it's clear John isn't too bothered by what he did. In fact, he wasn't too bothered 50 years ago either. His first course of action after he buried Mary in the snow was to go get himself a new pair of Levi's. Not to mention how casually he dismissed all that blood back then by simply associating it with a skiing accident.
We've asked you several times about her being, and all you recall is the one time in the back. But there were multiple ones. And I'm just trying to, from your perspective, understand it was probably a situation of panic for you, I can imagine. So some of those details might be hard to remember. But as long as we're getting this off your chest, and like we've said, this is something that you've sat on and weighed on you for many, many years. As long as we're talking about this, wouldn't it feel good to get every last detail out that you remember? You never, out of curiosity, looked up news articles on it years later?
No. After I didn't know what you said.
Again, I'm trying to, look at this from your perspective. I would think that you would have been curious about details of this incident, what was known. So did you ever look at news articles regarding this incident to see, maybe what the authorities knew or didn't know?
No, just that one article about the car. That's the only article I read in the paper about it.
Okay, which newspaper was that? Do you remember? Or how long after?
Maybe a day and a half, 2 days later. And I happened to read it in the paper, and I figured, oh, I got lucky. But luck runs out.
John, the last thing that I want to ask you before we go on to the next step with this is, if this has been eating you for so long, how come you never came forward with it?
I don't know, I just figured I got away with it.
And just like that, John lets his DNA get taken, and even gives the officers permission to search his office without a warrant. By this point, he seems to have realized that he'll be taken to a jail cell. Despite that, he seems more concerned about his money than he does about murder.
I know I'm going to jail, but would you, in there in front of the TV, there's some envelopes.
Okay.
They're $600 and some dollars worth of checks.
Okay.
And so I can stick them on my account.
So bring him to jail with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
In front of the TV?
Did you say in front of the TV?
Yeah, they're
Oh, he's got.
They're like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we set them on the counter for now, or what? What are we going to do with them?
You want him to come with you?
Yeah.
Once his main concerns, like his checks and social security card, are sorted, officers bring him down to the police department for another set of questioning.
John, the first thing that I want to do is show you this picture here and tell me if you can recognize that female as being the hitchhiker that you picked up.
I really can't see, but
Yeah, it's hard to see. It's a black and white photo too, which doesn't help. Don't recognize the picture?
I know that picture.
Yeah, no, it's irrelevant here. But anyways, okay.
The next day or 2 days later, I read an article in the paper, and it described my car different. And I figured, oh boy, I got lucky. That's it. That's what I can tell you right now.
And you told me that you killed her because you needed to get rid of her because she denied your plans.
Yeah.
John, I can tell you right now that that's not the full truth. You got to listen.
I'll listen.
There's multiple wounds on her. You do not forget that. You just don't.
I'm telling you, the honest truth.
How do you think a wound like this would happen, John? Look at her hands. How do you think that happened?
I must have grabbed a knife.
Must have grabbed the knife.
Yeah, if that's what happened, I don't know that, but that must have happened.
Well, are you telling me that if you picked her up, she might have had these wounds already?
I don't know. All I remember is back and putting her in a snowbank. That's it.
How do you think this would have happened, John? That's her other hand.
I keep telling you, I don't remember any of that.
Okay. Does this look familiar to you? Do you remember that scene?
Is that the snowbank where I put her?
Well, I'm asking you what you see there.
That looks like a snowbank or whatever. There. Looks like a snowbank where I put her.
Are you telling me that it looks like the snowbank where you put her?
Well, if that's the snowbank where they found her, that's it.
So look at this picture where she is, where your hat is, where there's a bunch of blood.
Yeah, it tells a lot that I don't remember. That's the truth. All I remember is putting her in the snowbank. That's it.
So you said that you had her and you took the next exit off of the highway you were on?
Well, I put her in the snowbank. That car that come up behind me, I took off. Where I went then, which way I went, I have no idea.
I'm talking about when you first met her. How long did you drive with her allegedly dead in your front seat?
I don't know. I have no idea. I couldn't even think of it.
Because earlier you told us that you got off on the nearest, as soon as you could get off of the highway.
You got to find a place to get rid of her.
So did you go past other opportunities to get off that main highway, or did you take your first opportunity?
I probably took the first opportunity. I don't know. All I remember is getting her up there, getting her in the snowbank and leaving.
So where was she going, do you know?
I had no idea.
We're not, as you can gather here, we're not buying that you don't remember any more specific details. This is a pretty significant incident
I don't care what
in
you
your
say.
life.
I don't remember. Period. Other than what I'm telling you. I killed her, I put her in the snowbank, and left. That's it. That's what I remember.
What were your, hold back up a little bit, what were your intentions when you first seen her? You said you picked her up, you knew she was hitchhiking. What were your intentions?
Just give her a ride and ask her if she wanted to. That was it.
Why'd you have a knife in your car?
Huh?
Why'd you have the knife in your car?
That's a fillet knife. I always do a lot of fishing.
Did you typically keep it in your car or no?
No, I always had it in the visor all the time.
You kept it up there.
Yeah.
Would Ruth tell us that same thing?
Huh?
Would Ruth tell us that same thing? Obviously, you know, it's her car too.
I don't know. Got no idea. I knew I fillet a lot of fish.
The officers ask him all sorts of questions. His routine when he was jobless, where he used to drive, and what the color of his car's interior was, all to help him remember the details of the incident. None of it quite works, as his statement remains the same as the one you've heard several times. Then, and only then, John decides he's had enough of this investigation.
John, what I think you did is her when she was still seated in an upright position.
No, she wasn't. In the back one time. Period.
Something else happened in the car.
No. No.
It did, John.
I don't care what you think. I know it did.
Some of what we think, that's what the evidence tells us, shows us.
No. Whatever, you're wrong. She bent over, in the back, she died. I found the place, I put her in the snowbank. That's it. No more.
It's still, even that story, that doesn't explain how you explained away blood in the vehicle. Because if you explained to your family that you cut yourself skiing in your skiing accident, that would not explain blood on the passenger side of the vehicle, John. That story doesn't work.
I don't care.
John, it doesn't work. You need to come off of this.
I don't want to talk no more.
Okay.
I'm done talking.
Okay. Can we get you anything in the meantime?
And give me a place to lay down.
Okay.
As long as it's got a toilet, because I have to
That's
go.
done. Okay, I'll let them know you gotta go to the bathroom.
And I'm
I'll send how you feel.
one of them, when I gotta go.
John shuts down the interrogation after letting that slip, but that wouldn't help him get away anymore. Ultimately, he was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison, which unfortunately at his age isn't enough of a sentence. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. 80% of everyone watching isn't, and your support would help us more than you realize. It's free, and it keeps this channel alive. You can also check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.